What's up, Martians? I know this looks like the coldest winter ever. I really probably should have posted this picture closer to the colder parts of fall or the early parts of winter, but I'm in Texas now, zone 9, and it never looks like this except for when it's almost about to be nighttime and then the sun still be acting like it doesn't want to set. Anyway, so I was in my area looking around and saying, okay, it's time to go ahead and get this garden started, popping and crack-a-lacking. I had someone put my composter together. You know, once that composter, anybody who know me know that once that composter is put together, it's time for me to get shit going. And like I said, popping and crack-a-lacking. So I was in the back getting stuff done, doing stuff that I haven't done all year in that backyard. You hear me? Not all year. I haven't done one thing with the leaves or anything, but if you know anything about having a composter, I'm giving you guys just a nugget of wisdom right here off the rip. Um, you want to have a good combination of carbon and nitrogen. And the nitrogen is usually like when people say, "Oh, I'm gonna get rid of my scraps and put them in the composter," and that's really good. It's gonna eventually turn into dirt the way that you want it to. But a lot of times, because it becomes putrid, it's going to have a horrible smell. And if you like to actually be in your back area, that's going to be a little hard on the nose, and it's going to be hard for you to want to be back there and enjoy your garden. So I always encourage doing a combination of nitrogen, which is like your scraps from when you're cutting up stuff that is supposed to go in there. Um, or like something I do is like if I have let cleaning out the refrigerator get out of hand, I'll be like, okay, what things can go into this composter so that I can go ahead and make sure that even though I didn't get a chance to eat it, that it still doesn't go to waste. Um, what's usually really hard for me now to find is newspaper clippings or newspapers as a whole. Like, too many people utilize color, and that color ink is not conducive with your composter. It really should be like the black and white newspaper so that you can get that good quality compost from that. So I instead opted for cardboard, which is basically like old trees, and then opted for scraps. And I did a layer. I always do on the bottom carbon because it takes the longest to decompose. But it also, when you do get ready to get your compost out of there, it's going to be the richest at the bottom because it would have had that breakdown. Newspaper is better because it doesn't take as long to break down as cardboard, but we work on what we got. And I'm hoping that now that I'm in zone 9, that I actually will have such a heat source running up off of that nitrogen, that science project over here, that hopefully all of that nitrogen will cook it up, break it down, and do what I need for it to do. So anyway, I was in the back and I just started laughing because some people that I've been talking to have heard me say I'm in my no mercy era. And when I'm in my no mercy era, that's when I just don't have time for anybody's shit. Like, if you're not coming correct, then just get the fuck on. That's like in everything about my life. And so I'm in a very no mercy moment right now. And I was like, my ass is like Mary J. Blige. When I get in my no mercy, fuck all that shit type of mode, this garden started popping and crack-a-lacking. And the only thing I could think of is, for as gully as I could be about certain things, as gangsta as I could be about certain things, what I have found about myself is the emotional maturity side of me is at a place where balance is not even something I have to try at. It's something that is an innate part of me. It's authentically a part of the fabric of who I am now. So if I'm in one area of my life feeling like fuck the world, don't ask me for shit, the other side of me is on some holistic zen, let me add value to the world. And Max Garden Galax, that part of my brand, is what does that. So I'm going to have products for you guys to be able to buy. I'm also going to show you how to just use old shit that's at the house to be able to do what you need to do. I promise I won't be cursing as much. I'm just cursing today, which is terrible on a Sunday. I know. But it's not going to be on Instagram like it was before. Those who are already following me on Instagram might see some of the stuff, but my page is privatized now. So in order to get this information, you're going to have to connect with @BuyMartian Digital, BUY MARTIAN Digital. You should know how to spell that by now. And you'll be able to find it at the link that's at Max Garden Galax on Instagram. So there is a linkapp.com/MGG, I think is what it is. But to click on the hyperlink, just go to @Max Garden Galax. Anyway, later, Martians.